This is one of our focuses of this show, Chicago's Deadly Streets. A desperate plea today from a pair of Illinois state lawmakers. Send in the National Guard to stop the bloodshed in the streets of Chicago. Listen.
Is calling for National Guard deployment a drastic action? Of course it is. Is it warranted under these circumstances? Without question. There should be no mistake. People may be quick to equate National Guard deployment with martial law. We are not talking about rolling tanks down the street. We're not talking about armed presence on every corner. We are talking about individuals, men and women, that have been specifically trained to assist law enforcement and assist with civil unrest.
So joining us now are two men who are deeply involved in Chicago's communities. Victor Woods is an author and a community activist who is with us live. And Father Michael Pfleger, you're probably familiar with him. He's a Catholic priest from the area, and he is joining us on the phone. Listen, I'm going to talk to you, Father, real quickly. You, in the church, I remember an incident about a year, maybe a little bit longer ago, where you were holding these youth summits so that they wouldn't be on the streets in the summer, and then someone was shot very close to the church. Do you feel that, honestly, that the officials there, the police, everyone involved, are they doing enough to stop the violence?
Well, I think there's a whole lot more that can be done, and I think from the national government on down, but I think also starting with the community. I certainly understand the frustration of the two representatives, but, you know, first of all, remember, the National Guard are trained to kill. And second of all, that's the last resort after we've tried everything we can do. I don't think we've tried everything we do, and I think communities need to stand up, wrap our arms around our children, draw the line, take charge of our own blocks. Let's stop looking for government to come in to do what we're not doing ourselves first. So I think that, you know, and the community, and blocks in this city right now, where neighbors have stood up and said, you know what, nothing's happened on this block. They're outside, they're present, they're watching, they call police. Nothing happens on that block.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's, you know, it's like the whole blue light thing. Well, put a blue light up to watch crime. No, you be a blue light on your block. So I am not in favor of calling in outside forces whose job has been trained to kill to say, now you take over our streets. No, let's us take over our streets first.
And I want to tell you, tell our audience that, you know, I've reached out to the police commissioner today, to Jody Weiss, the superintendent there, I should say, and he said I got an email from his representative just a moment ago and said he has been quoted on extensively today about his opinion. Ultimately, the representatives ask for the governor to start the process. This is a law enforcement issue, not a military one, and you guys know that one. That email is from Roderick Drew. And the police superintendent said, "I don't think the National Guard is the solution." Basically, is what he is quoted as saying today. Victor Woods, you heard Father Pfleger say it's not the solution. The police superintendent said it's not the solution. What do you think? 113 murders so far.
Well, what I think is that we haven't done in the city what needs to be done. On the school level, we haven't done it in the community. We're still calling these young black boys gang bangers and gang members. It is outrageous to think that we need to bring the Army and the National Guard to come in and deal with these neighborhoods. That is going to further alienate these young black boys and the community. We need to hold city officials in this city accountable first and foremost. The mayor's office needs to be held accountable. We've got, the mayor has has a man who's in charge of safety and initiatives and violence prevention for the city of Chicago who doesn't have a budget.
But listen, I have to say this, Victor, I have to say that most of this violence didn't happen in school, so it happened around in neighborhoods, so maybe it's more of a community issue. I'm not saying that the school shouldn't be involved in it, but I think it's more of a community issue than just a school issue.
Well, let me tell you why I'm saying that, Don. The reason I'm saying that is because a lot of these perpetrators of these crimes are people who are in the school in the day who do those things after they leave school. So the school has a great opportunity to have these young people all day long where they can be talking to them and educating them and speaking to them and giving them hope and giving them the right kind of information so when they leave school, they don't do that. The school system, the Chicago Public Schools, does not get a blank check just because these kids did not kill on school grounds.
And Victor,
these young people, yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, well, the other thing I want to say as well is a lot of these young people who are going to prison, who are committing these crimes, are former Chicago Public Schools students. We have a unique opportunity during the day to talk to these kids so that when they leave school, they don't commit these acts.
Hey, Victor,
you know, we
listen,
just had a
thank you.
2-year-old shot in the head here.
Yeah, I
in
know,
Chicago.
a 2-year-old shot in the head just last week or the
Cynthia
week
Cole.
before in Chicago. Listen, I just want to give our viewers, just so they know what's going on. This is from the police department. Just got an email. Official murder statistics from January to March 2010, 74. Unofficial murder stats through April 23rd, 2010, it's 113. 2009, during the same period, 70 from January to March. 2010, 74. So there is a rise there, and it's, you know, not even halfway through the year. Thank you, Victor Woods. Father Pfleger, I think
Don.
that you would
Thank you,
say
Don.
that people have to get involved in their neighborhoods. We have to go, but a quick word. I'll give you the last word, and then we got to run.
The only thing I want to mention, there is a role from government. I don't want to neglect that. Budget, there has to be service, there has to be resources. We need programs, we need jobs. Government has to do something from Washington and in the state. And education, train, teach conflict resolution in our schools.
Hey, thanks to both of you, and I want to tell you guys and our viewers who reached out to the superintendent. He took a pass, but he sent us a statement through his representative that I read for you right there.